Hey everybody, welcome back to the Soapy Cauldron. So tonight I am making the third new soap of August, and it is going to be inspired by Professor McGonagall. This is another soap in the Harry and Friends series. I have hinted about it for a very long time, so without further ado, if you'd like to see how I make this soap, then don't stop watching. Okay, as you know, many times if you watched any of these videos, you know that lye water mixed with oils is how you make soap. And that is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna pour our lye water into our soap, into our oils, and we are gonna stick blend it together to start the soap process. Now for this soap, I am going to use some soap frosting for her hat. So I'm gonna pour off 2 cups of soap batter here to let it set off to the side to get started making her hat. Now into these 2 containers, I'm going to be mixing alpine green into this one and black into this one because I'm going to attempt to make her robes. She wears very deep green robes with like a black, I guess, dress underneath. So we're gonna have the green robes and the black underneath. So we're going to pour off that much green and about half of that for the black, and the rest of it will be her face. So let's work on these 2 first. I'm going to be working with the green first, and the reason is because I need it to firm up so I can scoop a piece out to pour the black layer. So the color I'm going to go in with is Alpine Green by Nurture Soap. That is going to be in this bucket right here. It's a very pretty, almost hunter green. So we're gonna take about that much, see where it gets us. I also like to add the fragrance oil at the same time. The fragrance oil I chose is sun-dried cotton. I chose this fragrance oil because I feel like she probably smells very comforting to Harry, or maybe not, but that's where my mind was going. So I wanted a very calm, clean, and comforting scent. So let's mix this up and pour it into our mold. All right, let's pour this into the mold, straight to the bottom. And then I have a vegetable peeler of all things where I'm going to dig out the middle and pour the black. So I'm gonna scrape all this out and then work on the black. For the black, I'm using Matte Black Oxide by Crafter's Choice. Only gonna take a little bit because the black is potent. So like a 1/4 of a teaspoon really. And then my stick blender is not gonna be able to fit in there. So I'm just gonna stir it up by hand. I'm also gonna pour a teeny bit of this fragrance oil. And let's mix it up. As I was stirring it by hand, it occurred to me that oxides like titanium dioxide and the matte oxide powder, they don't really stir up without using the blender, so I made it work. And now we have a nice, beautiful black to pour into our robes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this vegetable peeler, but the end is going to be like the perfect little divot that I need. So I'm going to just drag it right down the center, and then I'm going to pour the black on top. So just drag it right down the center to make a little opening, and then I'll pour the black inside of that. Let's see if that works. That worked, so let's just pour the rest of the black on top. Then we will get started on her face. Apparently I forgot to press record, but I went ahead and mixed up her skin, her face, and I'm gonna pour that into the mold. So we're gonna slide this out of the way, slide this in, and then I'm going to use my spatula to break the fall, but this is more than ready to go, but I just don't want it to puncture it. So we'll just let that slide all the way on top. Uh-oh. I should have rinsed off the spatula before I tried to pour. Now I have this black streak throughout her skin. We can call it a wrinkle, okay? We'll just call it a wrinkle. All right, so all this is poured in, and then we will mix up the soap frosting. Okay, let's get to frosting. It's not fully ready, but I mean, I do have to go to bed at some point, so we're just gonna go with it. We have a black cat, and then I made these green feathers to put on her hat, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do them like sticking out or just on the top, because I'm worried about if I stick them on top, like if I have to ship them somewhere, I'm afraid her little feather will break off. So I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. I forgot to turn the camera back on, and then practically frosted the whole thing, so. After we do this, I'm gonna put the feathers on and then see what it's looking like. I have a little bit left. Okay, I have all of these feathers that I'm going to stick. I think I really should lay them down because I'm afraid that if I do not, they are going to break in shipping. So I'm just going to stick them sideways. I think that's the best way to handle it. Two. And I know y'all can't see it, but I will take a picture so you can see it in just a second. 4, 5, 6. I don't know if y'all can hear her, but we also have a new puppy that will not stop barking. 8. 9 and 10. Done. Okay, let me turn it around so you can see it too. Ta-da! Let it sit up and we'll cut it tomorrow. Okay, doke, let's cut some soap. So we're going to have our sample piece, and I'm gonna check. That looks terrible. Hopefully it doesn't all look like that, but all right, so I have it turned this way and all the feathers are on this side, but I did it so I could cut it properly to make sure I don't hit any feathers, you know. Okay, so we have McGonagall and her feather. 1, 2, not terrible. I will definitely, I mean, more than likely I'm for sure gonna make her again, and if we do make her again, I'll try to do better on her, like, clothes. All right, let's see. Keep going, keep going. All right, so I'm gonna keep cutting these, and then I'm going to show you the stamp that I got to make her glasses. All right, McGonagall cannot be complete without her glasses, and I got this stamp from Rockin' Robert. He's on Etsy. I have a link to his shop in my little description box, so you can make sure you check him out. But McGonagall's glasses go right on her face. I'm only gonna push in a little bit because this soap is very soft. And then we lift up. And I need to clean that up. But here is Professor McGonagall and her glasses.